Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel across the world where you may be at. I hope everybody is well. I just come across an article about high functioning autism not being severe autism, or high functioning autism being known as mild autism. I want to clarify this from my own perspective, that high functioning autism is not mild autism by any stretch of the imagination. That really undermines our struggles as an autistic person, autistic child, autistic individual, autistic adult, autistic younger person, autistic older adult. You are really undermining what we go through on a daily basis. For me, I am high functioning autism. That is my official diagnosis, also known as autism spectrum disorder, or autism spectrum condition as I like to call it. And just by you guys saying, oh, high functioning autism isn't severe, yes, it may not be severe autism, but again, each person is on the autistic spectrum is different. We may have more higher severity, lower severity, depending where we are on the spectrum, and that is why it's a spectrum, because it's all different needs, abilities, talents, different levels. So basically, the American Psychiatric Association has levels 1, 2, and 3. And basically my autism falls under level 2, which is quite high on the spectrum, but I'm very, very independent. I can look after myself for the most part. I do have a support network around me if I need help and support at any time. I can ask my family, friends who do support me and know about my autism. But when you put out articles like this saying that it's not severe or that we don't struggle, that is really dangerous, because each person, again, is different. You don't realise the struggles that we go through. We're having to deal with taste, touch, sight, sound and smell. So every time that we go out, we have to adapt to a different environment, a new taste, a new smell, a new person. And for you neurotypical people, which is non-disabled or normal people, as I can use that word, it really irritates me when you release these articles saying, oh, well, you're not severe, there's nothing wrong with you. We may not look like there's anything wrong with us on the outside, but inside, the mental preparation, the anxiety, the depressive episodes, the constant feeling on edge all the time that we're not good enough, is because the statements that you release like this saying, oh, well, you're only autistic, it doesn't really matter. Yes, it does matter. It really irritates me when I read articles and you're saying, oh, well, you're only high functioning because you choose to label yourself that way. No, a lot of us are medically diagnosed this way. A lot of us are given that diagnosis. That just really means that you don't understand what it's like for someone like myself to be officially diagnosed, what I have to go through every day. Every day I have to motivate myself to do things. I have to try new things. I have to be in new environments, and you're just making me sound like I'm absolutely making this up or draining the energy out of people, and that's not the case. I am high functioning autism. I was diagnosed in 2014 in January, age 25. I'm now nearly 34, and I'm very passionate about advocating for myself on my channel and explaining how my autism affects me. I do get very, very tired easily. I always feel low energy. I always feel like I'm drained by the end of the day, so much so that I end up either going to sleep or just withdrawing from social activity. I get so drained, like I have a limited social energy anyway. So when I get up in the morning, I really have a lower social energy tank than most of you neurotypical people, because I start on a low energy. I have to build myself up, and each chore takes just a little bit more energy away from me. And the more that I do these videos, I have to sit here and plan and routine and sometimes script. This video today is not scripted, as you can tell. I'm just filming this off the top of my head and kind of letting you know my thoughts and feelings on high functioning not being severe. You don't know what high functioning autism is like unless you live with it, unless you go through the challenges that I have to face every day, like doing things like washing, or in America you call it laundry, or going out and doing food shopping, or cooking food, or going around to family members' houses, going to friends' houses, going out to birthday parties, going out to crowded places where you're around a load of loud people where you can't get away from it. So for you to say, oh, it's not severe, oh, you're not as bad as you're making it out, it is really hard to be on the autistic spectrum. Every day we have to face a little bit more of an uncomfortable situation. Every day that I do these videos, I try and make them so they're relevant and that you understand what it's like for someone on the autistic spectrum to face what they go through every day. And when I see these articles saying, oh, high function's not that bad, you're just a little bit different. Yes, we are a little bit different, and yes, we have more of a struggle, and we have to face society in a different way that doesn't accept us or want us around. And I don't really like people who say, oh, well, high function's not that bad, and you don't have much of a struggle, and you can't be autistic because you act so functioning. I mask and mimic a lot of my symptoms day to day, so I can go out and appear like I'm normal and don't come across like I'm autistic at all to you, but in fact, obviously, I'm lacking eye contact. I tend to look away and then look back at the camera to keep myself on topic. I have to keep my anxiety fairly low, so when you do see me, you might think, oh, Gemma, you do so well, you're coping, you're social, you're going out. Yes, I may be social, yes, I may be going out, I may be speaking to people, I'm able to do autism advocacy and training online, but when it comes to being in person around people, it's really difficult because, again, we have to process people's tones, people's social situations, people's boundaries, and that's really hard for someone on the autistic spectrum like myself to know where we've crossed a boundary and where we haven't crossed a boundary. So please, we educate yourselves and stop saying that we are not severe or we don't struggle, because every day is a challenge. It's a new battle that I have to face and be in. And like right now, I'm at my dad's, I'm in a new background. As you can see, I'm not in my usual filming setup. I am helping my dad with some paperwork. I am actually in my dad's lounge today, as you can tell. So I'm filming from a different location. So again, this is a different setup for me. I'm not used to it. So again, you're seeing a different Gemma, you're seeing a different filming background and whatnot. But yeah, I just like to give my thoughts on that, because we may not be appearing to struggle, but when you put these articles out saying, that high function is not severe and that we're able to do things. Yes, we're able to do things because we have routine, we script, we plan, we have people around us who know what we're doing, and that keeps our anxiety low and the risk of sensory overload low and the risk of anxiety, panic attacks lower than they would usually be otherwise. But please educate yourself. Please go and check out what autism is about. Listen to other autistic channels, autistic advocates, listen to autistic family members, listen to non-autistic family members to gain their perspectives, because you just don't know how important this topic actually is. And I'm glad that I came across this article because I'm finally allowed to give my voice to someone who's on the autistic spectrum, a woman, because a lot of autistic perspectives are for men and males, which again doesn't really help the situation. So I want to just talk about this and how much it does irritate me. And yeah, just please be careful with the wording that you use. Be careful with the terminology you use, because you're actually doing more harm than good to the autistic community and autistic individuals like myself. So please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I will be back next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.